What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. Also break down some very important levels, but let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15 free stocks, and the offer ends very, very soon in just a couple of weeks. Anyways, when it comes to SPY, we saw this thing drop quite a bit today. We were talking about how we had support at 516.5, and if we lost that, we'd be anticipating a much bigger drop. So the drop ended up coming, and now we're basically trying to base at this 512 area. 512.36 is where we had some key support. We did bounce off of that. Now we're trying to hold up, but we're going to be watching to see how well SPY holds up from here. So considering that tomorrow is going to be quadruple witching, we have a lot of puts expiring tomorrow. SPY could try to hold and maintain these levels quite well, but this will also depend on other factors. Now, SPY is testing 515 as resistance right now. We'll see if we can try to hold above this or not. If we do end up coming back down, you're going to be watching 514.2 and then 513.5 as supports again. But right now, I think that it's going to just continue to range trade and kind of be stuck within this area. It's been stuck here for quite some time. With this big drop right here, this could have been a liquidity sweep, which means that this could try to push a little higher. I'm not expecting it to be too crazy, anything too insane. I just think that for the most part, the move is done. This big drop that we got today was the main move. And for the most part, we're just going to see lots of sideways price action, maybe an attempt to go higher, but that's pretty much it. So that's what I'm seeing for the rest of the day. With quadruple witching coming out for tomorrow, things could get more interesting with all the puts expiring, but I'll talk more about that later. The QQQ is looking the same. We saw this thing kind of drop. Now it's coming back up. It's been completely range bound between 438 and 440 for almost the entire day. And it's going to likely just continue to stay in this range. We could be looking for a test of 440.5 or so, a little higher. So it could push a little bit, but overall it's still just range bound, kind of boring. Not really a whole lot's going on with it. For Nvda, same thing. Nvda kind of, it ended up losing 885, came all the way down towards the 860s. So we did get the drop that I was talking about. Then it came back up, retested 885. So you can see how important this level is right here, the yellow line I have drawn out. And now it's getting rejected again. So it's just trading sideways. Overall, Nvda is on a downtrend showing some weakness, but we'll have to see if we could try to get back above 885 tomorrow or not. And overall, it's just been kind of stuck. It's been going back and forth for the majority of the day between 877 and 885. There were a couple of hours where we saw it kind of drop below before getting bought back up. But overall, it looks kind of range bound. Could slow down a little bit more from here, but still kind of stuck. For Tesla actually lost 165 as the key support. I did call out that we had some bearish news that came out involving the price cuts from UBS. So with that happening, Tesla lost 165, came all the way down to 162. That was the next level I had marked. That's where Tesla dropped to, and now it's just trading sideways. May continue to just trade sideways for the rest of the day. I'm not really expecting too much more. A lot of the volatility basically that happened in the daytime suggests that the rest of the day is not going to be as volatile. So Tesla might just continue to trade sideways around here. If we lose 162, I could see 160 coming next. But otherwise, I just see for the most part, Tesla just kind of shopping for the most part, not really doing a whole lot. So we'll see how it goes, especially during the final hour. And finally, we have Aapl stock. Aapl, in my opinion, is still doing all right. You guys can see it's still flirting with this 174 area, but we're at some key resistance, so we're going to be watching to see how it reacts. Can we close above 174 or not? We hit this many times and rejected, so we'll see if we can get a break or not. Aapl is finally showing some life. We also have a cup and handle like structure, so there is a chance it's going to try to break this and push all the way up to about 175.75. But we have to break 174. We haven't done so yet. There is a cup and handle like structure, but we're still in our range, so it hasn't officially gotten the break we're looking for. So we need to give Aapl more time. But nonetheless, Aapl is showing a lot of strength relative to the market and has potential to try to break out. So we'll give it the time it needs, and we'll see how it goes with this cup and handle. Let's hope Aapl tries to push a bit. We'll see how it goes. So with that being said, let me just go over a few more before I conclude the video. Supermicro rejected off that 1200 area as expected, but now if you look at the smaller time frame on the 30 minutes time frame, it's been range bound again. So we have resistance at 1159, support at 1124, back and forth price action. Could reject here, but eventually try to push up. We have to try to break 1159 to try to push up higher. Otherwise, we're still range bound. For the IWM, excuse me, IWM, I'm seeing the same thing. This has been very range bound, stuck between 202.8 and about 201.3. Very boring, but it's starting to show signs of an accumulation developing. So it could try to push a little closer to 203 later, but it's not looking that great for now. It's very slow, so it may take some time. For a couple more, we also have Microsoft, which was showing a lot of strength. I have the chart right over here. It's still testing resistance at 427, holding up very, very well, showing a lot of strength. So I'm going to be watching the resistance over there. If it loses 425, watch 422. But so far, I could push a little more. And then finally, we have Amazon showing live. I called 180 in my morning video that it could push up towards that 180 area. We're currently at 179.19, very close to that target. Watch 179.5 then 180. It could push a little bit more. It's holding up very, very well. And then Meta is just completely flat, not really doing much. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, completely range bound, not really doing much whatsoever. So it might just remain this way. It could actually turn a little bit back down since it's kind of popped and dropped. There is a risk of a little downside if we lose 494, watch 491. But until that happens, we're still range bound, so we'll see what happens. There is a risk of some downside nonetheless. Anyways, I just want to thank you all so much for listening. Please have an absolutely incredible rest of the day. Remain calm, cool, and collected. I'll see you guys very soon in just a couple of hours. Thank you, and peace out.